Hey guys, welcome back. It's Sephora Vib Rouge sale time for the spring, and it's like the Sephora gods knew that I was coming home to film this video today because this was waiting for me, and I'm usually one of the last people to receive my card, the actual physical card, but I have it in my hands. I'm going to put all of the details in the description box below for VIB and VIB Rouge. So I'm going to ask if you can bear with me. I'm at that weird lighting time of day with cloud cover and all that, so there may be some fluctuations. There may be some light shining right on me through my blinds. So if you can just bear with me through that, that would be great. I just wanted to go ahead and get this video out because the sale's coming up and people are asking about recommendations and things like that. So I wanted to get this out to you guys. And my husband may start weed eating as I'm filming. So Lord only knows how this video is going to turn out. So I've mentioned to you guys before that I'm not ever going to endorse a company or brand or product that I don't think you guys would be interested in or that I don't use myself and firmly believe in. My integrity is way too important to me to do something like that. So having said that, I am happy to say that this video is in partnership with Lovelyloot. I first heard about the Lovelyloot app from Mr. Kong's mom's channel. That's hard to say. From Melanie's channel a couple months ago. She mentioned it and talked about it enough so that it made me want to download it. I'm a list maker. I really like to be organized and have everything in one spot, and that's really what this app is all about. So if you're out shopping, you have everything you need in different lists if you want, and you can go straight to that list. I'm going to put a link down below to the app so you can download it, and I'm going to put a link to my personal wish list that I've created for the Sephora sale, so that if you're in the store and you're shopping and you just want a quick glance at the things that I recommend, then they're going to be right there at your fingertips. I'm also going to link the products down below individually so that you can click on them if you want, but you'll also have them in the Lovelyloot app, which I think is extremely handy. So this is what the app looks like. And if you click on it, it usually goes to a home page unless you ended somewhere else. But you can go to your list here, and I have different lists. I have one for the Sephora VIB sale, products I'm testing out, drugstore hair care, drugstore skincare, high-end skincare, high-end makeup to try, things like that. I have an Ulta list so that when I'm in Ulta, I can just open that up and look and shop and see what I want. If you want to add something to a list, you just hit this add button and add a product or an image. You can also do it with the search. So if I wanted to search, I'm searching Jo Malone Peony for the Peony Blush Suede Perfume, and I get all of these results. And I just click on the one that I want. So I'm going to click that one, and you can see the product in the store, or you can add it to your collection. And when you hit save to collection, you just choose which list you want to add it to. It's super, super easy. You can also load pictures on here, images. If you see something on Instagram you like and you want to save notes to it for certain colors that they used, you can add that. I've done that before for my thumbnail pictures for YouTube, for videos. I might have backlogged videos that I'm not loading for a week or so, and I'll put the picture in here and I'll put the notes of my makeup below it so that I don't forget what makeup I have on when it's time to actually put the notes below the video. So I've done things like that, but it's just extremely handy if you are a list maker or if you just want to have a list handy when you're out shopping. I use this app regularly. I love it. I was really happy when they approached me to partner with them because I love it. I think it's great. If you're a list maker or if you're somebody that just likes to have all of your stuff in one spot and you use your phone a lot like I do, I really think you would love this app like I do. So thank you to Lovelyloot for partnering with me on this video. The other thing I want to mention to you guys is Ebates. Before you shop anywhere online, use Ebates. I've been using it for years and years and years. I have a link to that below. There's no catch. It doesn't negate any other discount that you use. I've been asked that in the past, but it's free money. Once a quarter, you get a check in the mail, free money. So sign up for that before you do any shopping. So many companies are involved with Ebates. I really don't see a reason not to use it. So I hear from a lot of people that 15% is a lot. Why even bother if it's only 15%? But if you combine the 15% with Ebates, it adds up. And if you're doing multiple things, every little thing adds up. So I'm going to give you guys my recommendations and you can save what you want to save. But let's see, I'm going to start with Perfume, since I mentioned the Jo Malone that just arrived at Sephora. So if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you know that I just bit the bullet and bought Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede while I was in the airport, because the store was literally across from my gate, and it was a sign. It was just a sign. I had to get it because I had been toying around with it. I've been living off this tiny little sample and it was almost gone, and I was going to be so sad. So of course, 5 days later, Sephora adds Jo Malone and now it's 15% off. I love this scent. And so now I'm contemplating getting one of the smaller bottles too. I may wait till the fall. I need to wait till the fall. But I mean, I love the bottle. It's so simple and pretty. And I know you're supposed to combine a lot of their scents, but I like this one just by itself. It just wears really, really well on me. Perfume and makeup, they just don't go on sale that much. So I do take this opportunity to try and get some foundations and powders and things like that. So for foundations, you guys know I love the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Estee Lauder Double Wear. I am actually about down to there, so I might need to replace this with this sale. Shiseido Synchro Skin, I've reviewed all of these. I'm actually going to link my foundation road test playlist so that you guys can just see some of my foundation road tests, because it may help you decide on a foundation that you want. The one that I'm looking at getting for this sale is the Hourglass Stick Foundation, because the stick foundation I tried with the fall VIB sale was a fail for me, and that was the Lancome stick. It just didn't work well for my skin. So I kind of want to try the Hourglass next. So that will probably be my foundation for this sale. I wasn't planning on getting a powder, and I just somehow didn't notice that my Laura Mercier was pretty much empty. It looks like there's some in there, but that's just stuck to the sides. There's really nothing in here worth anything. I think I have another couple days. And then my Laura Mercier translucent powder is empty. So I need to decide if I'm going to repurchase this, which I don't even know how many things I've gone through of this. I love it. But I keep hearing about the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, so that might be one that I try. Primer is also a good thing to get during this sale, and I really do miss my Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I'm using it very sparingly because I really only have this travel size. I'm still using my Guerlain Meteorite Space Pearls Primer, and I still really do like it. So this is it. I mean, clearly I use it and I like it a lot, but I really do like this. I may get a full size of this again, and I'm still eyeing up that Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I don't know if it lives up to the hype or not, but I really do want to try it and see if it does. So I just recently did a video on how to contour, highlight, bronze, and blush for just a natural everyday look. And some of you were asking me for a good subtle highlight, and I really like the Tarte Exposed highlight, just the regular exposed highlight. I think it gives a nice subtle look. I can kind of swatch it here, even though it's really hard to tell from a swatch, I think, with a highlight what it actually looks like once it's applied to the skin. But I really do like this highlight. It's not over the top. One that I've been eyeing up is the Laura Mercier Baked Radiance. I think that's what it's called, Radiance Baked Highlight. So that is on my list. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to pull the trigger on it with this one or wait till the fall, but I do have that on the list. It might be one to check out if you're looking for a more subtle highlight. And that Tarte Magic Wands brush set. It's limited edition, so this might be a really good time to pick that up. If you've been eyeing that up, it's so cute. It would make a great gift, so it may be something you want to look into. So the next thing I think are good to get during the sale are palettes. And you guys know I love this Tartelette in Bloom palette. It's one of my favorites. Yes, I am going to do a get ready with me with it. I know you guys have asked me to do that, so I will do that. I'm really still surprised that I haven't done that. I thought I had. But the other palette I think is a really great buy is this Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar. I really, really do like this palette. I think you can get a lot of good looks out of this. I don't have the regular chocolate bar palette, but people that have it tend to love it. So I think any one of the chocolate bar palettes would be great. Or, you know, something like the Kat Von D Shade and Light. Really just, it's a great time to pick up a palette. The other one that I was looking at, if you travel and want one smaller, is the Tarte Pro To Go. It looked really cute, and like you could get a decent amount of looks out of a small sized palette. So that's one that I would look at if you want just something travel friendly. I am a broken record with these, but I mention them in every video. The Giorgio Armani eye tints, they really give that glossy, wet look to the lid, and they have just enough shimmer, but they don't age you. They look the way you apply them even after they dry, and that's rare. I know I've looked at the Maybelline Color Tattoos and the Revlon Color Stay Cream Shadows and L'Oreal Infallible, and those are decent, but they just don't compare to these in any way. And I know they're pricey, but you know, this one is scraping the sides. I'm gonna have to replace it, and that is my Cold Copper number 9. I love it. I think it's great. I need to get other colors, but I keep going back to this one. And this is the one, number 12, Gold Ashes. This is really, really a light gold champagne. I don't wear this one enough. I usually reserve this one for slightly dressier looks, but if you're very fair, this one might work better for you. I don't think I'm quite fair enough to wear this on a daily basis. Cold Copper number 9 is my holy grail. When I went to go look for this at my local Dillard's counter, the girl behind the counter just thought it looked kind of boring, and then she swiped it on the back of her hand and she was blown away and said she was actually going to get it, and she thanked me for showing it to her. I was like, I swear I've talked so many people into getting this one color, and I was looking at a couple of the ones around it. I think it was either 10 and 11 or 8 and 10. And they looked pretty too. But number 9 is my love. Love number 9. YSL The Shock Mascara. I keep hearing about this mascara lately. If you've tried it, let me know if it just wows you, because that is my next mascara purchase, I do believe. And I'm still eyeing up the Marc Jacobs Highliner liners, because apparently they're supposed to be very good for tight lining. So that's something that I am thinking about getting. I really like the NARS single shadows for lining my eyes. You guys know, if you've watched my videos, I really prefer to line with shadow, and these particular shadows are excellent, and they last all day long, and they just stay really pigmented. The colors that I have are Coconut Grove and Galapagos, and they're both shades of brown, but they look very different on. So this is Coconut Grove and this is Galapagos. The shade that I want is Bally. It's more of a taupey, brownish color, so it would give me a little bit of a cooler look than these two. So that's what I have been looking at, and that's actually been on a wish list of mine for a while. Marc Jacobs Lamarque Liquid Lip Creams. If you have not purchased one of these and you are in the mood to splurge, get one of these shades. The color that I have is Slow Burn, and it's just a really nice neutral, rosy, mauvey, pinky nude. It's beautiful. You guys have seen me wear this before. I love it. I wear it regularly. These are in a class by themselves. I really have never come across another liquid lipstick that compares to these. They have kind of a moussey texture. They don't set all the way, and there is some transfer, but they still last. And when I say they last for me at least through lunch. The color does. And that is usually 2 cups of coffee, a bottle of water, breakfast, and lunch. And there's still color on my lips, and it fades gracefully. It doesn't come off patchy. It doesn't leave that weird inner ring on your lip. It just is beautiful, and you can layer it back over itself. You can layer a gloss over it. It never crackles. It never gets gross. It just feels good. These are really, like I said, in a class by themselves. I could pretty much ditch every single liquid lipstick I've ever tried and just have these and be happy. I really wish they would expand their color range. That's my only complaint aside from the price. I do, however, want to try the NARS Velvet Lip Glides because I've heard very good things about them. They seem to be that same kind of moussey texture, and they seem to last a little while. I'm really over the dry liquid lipstick trend. I don't like it. I don't think it does anybody's lips any favors at all. The next thing that I am interested in are the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Color Splash lipsticks. I'm really intrigued by these, as well as the Hourglass Girl lip stylos. I don't have specific colors picked out because I really haven't delved into them in person enough. I'm sure it'll be some kind of a pinky beigey neutral if I do get either of these, but these look like really comfortable, moisturizing, everyday wearable lipsticks that seem to last a long time too. So that's what I like in a lipstick. I'm also interested in getting the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in the shade Meringue specifically. It looks like a nice, bright, peachy nude, and I have a couple of these, and I really like the formula. It lasts a long time. It doesn't dry your lips out. It fades gracefully. It's nice. You know, if you're looking for a blush, you really cannot go wrong with the Marc Jacobs Air Blushes. They're really worth the hype. People rave about these for a reason because they wear well, they look great on the cheek. They're just a really nice formula. So I do recommend those. I really do think that the Benefit California looks really, really intriguing, and the Too Faced, whatever the peach one is called, from the Sweet Peach collection. It just looks really, really cute too. And those are great for spring, those two colors. So if you're looking for spring colors, those two might suit you as well. I only have two things for skincare for me. The first is a full size of this Origins Retexturizing mask with rose clay. I am almost finished with this travel size, and that's just because I've been alternating it with other masks. I do like the Sephora clay mask that I got that's supposed to be kind of a dupe for one of the Glam Glow masks, but this is just a mask that I really can almost say it's my favorite. It's one of my top three for sure. I really like it. It really clears my pores, but it doesn't dry my face out. I really always feel like my face looks really good and glowy after I use this mask. This has moved to the top for me for sure. I'm really, really glad I tried it. And then Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I swore to myself I wasn't going to repurchase this. I was going to try something else. And the more and more I looked into other lactic acid treatments to try, the more I kept seeing that they didn't have the buffers in them to help them be more gentle on sensitive skin types like mine. It makes me a little nervous because I don't want to try some lactic acid and get my face all torn up. And this one just works so beautifully on my skin. So I may just stick with this one because it is high potency, but it is so good for sensitive skin. So I may just get another one, and I'm almost out. I've got that much left. I need to replace this about every time the Sephora sale comes around. So the timing's usually pretty good. I just hate that it costs so much. I usually repurchase some of my Living Proof products. I'm at least going to recommend them to you because I talk about them all the time. Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Shampoo, I've lost the cap, but it is my favorite dry shampoo, high end or low end. I do use some other ones, but this is always my die-hard favorite. It actually cleans the hair. It eliminates oil, sweat, and odor. It really does that. It doesn't leave a white cast everywhere. I can wear black with it. It doesn't do that. The Full Dry Volume Blast. I have a hair video I did recently that shows how I use this coupled with the AMP, and they just both work beautifully at giving volume and texture to the hair. This at the roots, and it kind of gives that teased look. Clearly I don't have it in today. And then this more throughout the length of the hair. And they really do give a lot of volume to fine hair, or any volume to fine hair, because a lot of times you'll start out the day that way and then it falls flat. And these just work really well. And so another thing that I would like to try though is it Way, is how you say it? They have a texturizing spray that's supposed to be really, really good. So I may want to try that too. And so far, every product I've tried from Rio Gio, I really like. I have their Rosarco Blow Dry Perfection and Heat Protectant Cream. I have their Rosarco Milk Reparative Leave-In Conditioning Spray. And I have the Deep leave-in conditioner. It's in my shower right now. I love all three of them, so it makes me want to try just their regular shampoo and conditioner, but I recommend these along with the Living Proof. I don't think you can go wrong with either line if you're looking for some new hair care items. And every sale, I recommend to get a Inest Moroccan Amber candle if you haven't tried them. I don't have one in my rotation right now because I've burned it, but I do have 2 of them going as jars. Actually, this isn't the Moroccan Amber. This is the holiday candle because it's got the gold stripe. But you know, you can clean them out and you can reuse the jar from the candle when you're done. I have these everywhere, I feel like. I just realized my lighting was very dim and I adjusted it again, but that is it. Is this video 30 minutes long? I have no idea. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that gave you some recommendations to look at. And again, I'm going to link the products below so that you can link directly to them. I'm also going to link the Lovelyloot app so you can download it so that when you're shopping in store, you have that if you want to make your own list. But I'm going to also link my Sephora recommendations list that is in Lovelyloot. Getting tongue-tied today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I upload videos 2 to 3 times a week. If you're not following me on my social media, I'll put those on the screen and I'll put them in the description box as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.